In this video, we will be completing Activity 5-4, Managing File and Folder Attributes from Chapter 5. To complete this activity, you will need to have a computer capable of installing Windows 7, screen recording software, and you also need your VMware. The first part of this video will demonstrate how to add virtual disks to your Windows 7 instance. To begin, we will be working with VMware in the full screen. To orientate you on what we will be looking at, up here in this area is our VMware, and this is the virtual machine running in the background or in the forefront. We're going to be working in our control panel or in manage disks. We will be working in computer management in the operating system. To get there, you'd go into Start, right-click on Computer, and go to Manage. This window here would open up. This is where we will be working in the operating system. When we are working with VMware, to add the drives, the virtual drives, we will be working in VMware and Settings. So to begin, I first want to show you what we have in the disk management area. After clicking on disk management, you will see a window open up like this, or an area open up like this. Notice on the console that we have a C drive, and then we have a 40 gig hard drive that's unallocated, and another 40 gig hard drive that's unallocated. We're going to add one more. On your drive, you will probably only have a C drive. To add a hard drive, we're going to use VMware, which we're going to start up here in this area. So we're going to have the VMware here. We're going to go to Settings, and then we're going to go to Add a hard drive. Next, we're going to create a new virtual machine hard drive. Leave it on the default SCSI there. It may be on IDE also. And I'm going to take this down to be quite small. We're going to just go to a 2. And we're going to leave it as a default there. And now we have I meant to say 2, but apparently I got a 5 gig hard drive in there. It's fine. And you'll notice it shows up right here in the disk management console area. After you add a new hard drive to your Windows 7 machine using VMware, you then want to go over here and click on here, right click on the disk 3 or the disk that you're adding, and say initialize disk, and then you just go OK on that, and it will then initialize it. After adding all 3 virtual disks, the next thing you want to do is then right click on the disk and add a simple volume. Following these directions, you're just going to go and click on the defaults next, assign the drive letter to E, and then right here you're going to choose NTFS for the first one, and you're going to call this one under volume label, you're going to call it data VOL1. Make sure that perform a quick format is on, and hit next, and then hit finish. You will notice that it's formatting now. While that one is formatting and preparing to be used, we could begin on the next one. So we right click on the other volume, or the unallocated hard drive, add a new simple volume there. Go next, next. And we might as well just leave that one as F. We're going to be changing that later. Remember, we're just setting this up for the activity. So we'll go ahead and say next on that. We'll leave it as NTFS. Only this one here we're going to call vol2 or data vol. Data vol2. Make sure that perform quick format's on. Finish. And watch it, it'll begin formatting. In the third disk, we're going to right click on it and say new simple volume. Next. Next. And then we could we'll call this one G. And we're gonna let this one be formatted as FAT32. And we're gonna call this one Data Vol3. Only in the book they have it all capitalized, so I might as well follow their lead. And let it format. At this point, your operating system and the VMware workstation are prepared to begin Activity 5-4, Managing File and Folder Attributes. You will now want to start on Directions 1 and begin working your way down through all the directions. It is very important that you complete these tasks before you move forward into the rest of the assignment. So, at this point, as I said a minute ago, you've now prepared your operating system to complete Activity 5-4, Managing File and Folder Attributes.